This is a new channel. I can't access, for whatever reason, I couldn't access the other page. I don't know. Got a new phone. You know how that kind of stuff works. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. All I know is we back. We back over here, and I'm gonna try to be as consistent as possible. This is something that I've been wanting to do, so I just have to do it. Like I was sitting around wavering. Okay, what, girl, what type of content do you want to, put out there? Because going from being a viewer of YouTube to now wanting to be a creator, it gives me slight anxiety. But we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do what we got to do. So this is going to be a review. Now whether this is going to be a review channel, I don't know, because I want to try a few things. I'm just gonna have to just put the content out there and see what works for us. So, saying all that to say, let's get down to a review. I'm gonna review. This is, I think, episode 3. It'll be right. It'll be right on the thing. But this is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season. Child, I don't even know what season this is. I guess I should think about that kind of stuff. That'll be right too. Yeah, so let's get on with it. Okay, so starting out, we have Cynthia and Eva. They are going to look for houses. And Eva she's moving again. I'm not babysitting how many times she's moved, so I'm not clocking that. I don't know. But as long as we've known her on here, she's moving again. And she's moving, due to the fact that last season her address was kind of put on blast. So she is moving, out of a safety precaution for her children, and that's understandable. Yeah, but they went and looked at a really, really nice home. She's having reservations about it, which is okay, I guess. When you're looking for your forever home, like, it needs to be right, because it's your forever home. You're gonna be there forever. She and Cynthia sit down and they start discussing Nene. Well, they start discussing New York Pride, because they were both going. And Eva brought up, the Nene situation. Like, have you guys talked? What's that like? Have you guys seen each other? And Cynthia, of course, is like, no, I haven't seen her. Well, actually, I saw her at the Kentucky Derby, and I don't believe she said that they spoke, but I don't think that they spoke. And she, feels like they're not on good terms. But she would like for them to be, for them to get back to a good space. Eva's like, girl, how? And I can't say that I don't disagree with that, with Eva's sentiments, because it's like, girl, why? Like, when you look back, and granted, I'm sure they had a lot of good times because they were close. Outside of the show and all of that, they seem to have a genuine friendship. So it's always disheartening when two friends have to go their separate ways, but sometimes you just have to go your separate ways, and you have to see people, for who they become or who they are, and assess the situation. And if it's not going to be a good, cohesive environment, then I will see you when I see you. I see you when I see you. Honestly, we just gonna have to go our separate ways. So Cynthia might just need to chill. She might need to chill and just go on and let it be what it be. The next scene, we have Portia and Tanya. Portia, it goes over to Tanya's house, and they have a little light lunch. Tanya's house is beautiful as well. Like, I was just the whole entire time looking at everything around the house. Like, oh, that's nice. Oh, maybe I should do something like that. Oh, getting all kind of good ideas. Like, it was almost watching like HGTV. So yeah, Tanya and them did a great job with the decor in their home. But Portia went over there, and they sitting down and they start talking about Portia and Dennis, of course, because apparently Portia and Dennis and Tanya and her fiance are like really friendly, I should say. Like, she said that's their other couple. And we not gonna just slide over the fact that Portia, in that confessional, the little slight shade about Tanya and her goings-ons with the group, as far as these different titles, Petty Bravo and them decided to give her, but that's not her fault. Like, that's how y'all introduced her as this. Then we gonna turn her into this, and now she's this, and now she's your friend. That's cute. That's cute that you felt the need to highlight that. But we ain't gonna just slide past it. That was a little cute light shade. But they sit down and they discuss Portia and Dennis. And Tanya is pro therapy. She's for it. Go back to therapy, work it out. And I don't disagree with that as well. I'm a support. I support anybody that decides that, they're at a place where they can't work it out on their own. So we need a third party, somebody that, went to school for this. They are certified in this. They have their PhD in this. We can trust that their opinion is going to be one that is substantiated. So I'm glad that Tanya gave her that type of advice, as opposed to, how you had a girlfriends that's like, oh, girl, leave him. He cheating on you, girl, go, leave him. Them with the rah. Not in your situation. And if they were in your situation, they be running back too. Like, come on. We need to stop that. Like, let them people be. Like, whether you want to stick around or not, cool. That's on you. That's your situation, not my situation. But I'm praying for you, sis. So yeah, Portia just feels like the timeline isn't adding up. Dennis is saying things like, well, you weren't emotionally available. And she's like, how, where, and when? Like, she pulls out her phone and we got the thumb through pictures. She's like, I was very much pregnant. I was very much there. So you saying that I wasn't there is craziness, because look, I was there. I was here. I was there. Look at us in this picture. Look at us over here doing this. You was at all the doctor's appointments. We always was together. So I'm trying to figure out when you had time and when she can't see when. I can't see when, because as a viewer, all we heard about was Dennis. So Dennis gonna have to come with something different, because that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. We move on to Kenya and cousin Shay. They're sitting there with the baby, and automatically we gonna already just we can see that Kenya is she's that mama. She's that mom. And I guess that's okay, because as a first time mom, like, can you blame her? I feel like never mind. I was gonna say most mothers are like that, but I wasn't like that. When I had my first child, I have 2 kids. That wasn't me when I had my first child. Like, I was open to the help from very close family, like my mama and my daddy and my brother and my in-laws. But my in-laws, they have a huge family. And so they would have, plenty of people around. And I can't say that I was comfortable with that, because I didn't want, It's just like you don't want your child around any and everybody. So I get that, like, and not everybody is going to care for your child the way that you are. So I understand. I understand to an extent because she's extra, but make that kind of stuff will change. At some point you're gonna have to welcome the help, and that's your cousin whom you've known your whole life. So like for people who have to take the brunt of that, it's offensive because it's like, you've known me, you don't trust me to take this child out of this high chair, you don't trust me to hold your baby, like, what is that about? But that's not my situation, so whatever. Then they start discussing Kenya and Mark. Mark is, he really don't, I don't think he see it for Kenya. Like, he got the baby out of the situation. That's cool. And I think that's it. He don't show her no type of, it ain't even affection. Like, he just don't care. Like, he don't care at all. He don't care what she got going on. He ain't listening to what she's saying. She's talking to him and he's just chit-chatting with the baby. Like, he is all, he's here for Brooklyn. That's it. And that's all. He's here for Brooklyn and that's it. And Kenya was, crying about that. And, I feel for her because when babies sometimes can be, a really good thing for a relationship, and then sometimes this kind of stuff can happen. The dynamic changes, and it's like, dang, just like overnight, like you somebody totally different. Like, I thought that I was the most important person in the world to you. Now, like, you done threw me to the side. Now it's just like, oh, that's my old lady. Nah. So, poor Kenya. Nene and Greg. We see Nene and Greg. They are about to film, I guess it's like a PSA for American Cancer Society. Nene is an ambassador, so that's really good. I was impressed with that. I think she said that last year. I can't remember, but that's a good cause to get behind. And they were going to do, I don't know if they did separate interviews, but they did one together that we actually saw part of, and it was nice to see, refreshing. But it was going to be from Greg's perspective of being a survivor and Nene's perspective of being a caregiver. And to see Nene in this light, like, it's different for what, I don't know. It's different. This go around, it's like, oh, you're right. We were hard on you. We were hard on you last season, and that wasn't right. Because not only was Greg dealing with it, she was dealing with it too. And it's like, you can't diminish the caregiver's feelings just because, they're the caregiver. It's like, you're the caregiver. You need to just stick it out. Don't vocalize that you're going through anything because they're the ones that are sick. And it's like, but I do have feelings. I do have emotions about this. So yeah, I understand that completely. And I can empathize with her as it relates to that. She talked about Cynthia. Greg wants her to work it out. He always, in Greg fashion, he wants everybody to keep the peace. He wants them all to get along. He wants everybody to be friends, especially Nene and Cynthia. And Nene was like, well, I sent her a text and she didn't text me back. Bravo is going to have a confessional. It's like, yeah, she sent me a text. It was rude. And then Nene, in her confessional, reads the text, and it is rude. And she wondered why she got blocked. It's like, girl, you don't never know what to say out your mouth. And this is why you get blocked. And this is why you get this type of reaction out of your friends. Like, you can't come for your friends like that. You have to, when it comes to your friends, you don't just say anything and do anything and move any old kind of way like you would with some girl off the street. So Yeah, she got blocked. So that was the end of that. Um, Candy and Todd sit down, and they have lunch or whatever, and Candy calls her surrogate. And can I just say, I really don't want to do this all season. I don't want, every time we see Candy, I don't want to be calling the surrogate. Like, I don't. That can't be all you got for us. That cannot be it. That cannot be it. I don't want to see that. And that's terrible because, this is supposed to be real life. This is supposed to be what they're dealing with, in their lives at the time. That's why they're filming, it's ongoing or whatever. But this is it. That's all y'all was doing? Nah. I don't want to do this all season. I don't want to do that all season. And hopefully I don't have to. Hopefully we don't have to. Hopefully we don't have to. And she's sitting up there saying, well, I don't know how we're going to reveal this, we maybe we'll do just like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade and just bloop, hey, we got a baby. No, girl, you're on TV right now. We're watching it right now, so that's how we know. These people know that we're gonna see this, and they just be alluding to stuff like, okay, this is reality TV world, so I have to just I have to remind myself of that so that I don't think that, real stuff is going to actually happen. So anyway, they start talking about parenting and all of that. Todd trying to kind of gets under her skin a little bit, I could tell, because most mothers, especially when it comes from fathers, it's like, don't tell me anything because you can't even carry and birth anything. So just don't. Just don't. Don't tread lightly. Just don't. Don't. And especially when you go into the strip club with your daughter. I was like, he doing what? Oh, she's 23. I don't care if she was 43. You don't need to be at the strip club with your daughter. That's just, it's creep-like, and it's just, that's just weird. Like, okay, I could see if that was your 23-year-old son, whatever. Even then, I'd be like, don't take my child to the strip club. Like, don't be encouraging, certain activities that you don't want to be thinking about your kid doing. So, I mean, because me personally, I don't want to think about my son throwing money on some girl. Like, some butt naked girl. No. I don't want to think about my daughter in the strip club with some butt naked girl all over her. Now, I'm not going to say that I've never been to the strip club. I've been to the strip club, but those are adult-like things. And when you don't really want to see your kids or think about your kids in adult-like activities. Now, if you're going to the strip club and you're 23 years old, by all means, do your thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Even my children, when they get grown and are able to do those types of things, whatever. But I'm not going with you. We're not going to share in that experience. Like, no. So Candy isn't in agreement with that. And I'm with her. I'm with you when you're right. And I'm with you with that. Because that's a bit much. Like, y'all can go get a drink down to Papa Do's. Y'all can go get you something to eat. Get you a little seafood. And have you a drink. Like, why y'all can't do it like that? Why you down to the strip club where the butt naked girls are? What? Why y'all doing that? That's not my situation. That's their situation. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Cynthia, everybody was basically getting ready to go to Pride. She's very, she's happy that she's going with Noelle. She's glad that she's able to, join in this experience with her. She called her fluid. And I think that's what Noelle wants to. She doesn't want to be labeled, but I guess that will be her label, sexually fluid. Cynthia's cool with it. I'm cool with it. That's not my child. Like I don't see why anybody would have an opinion on that. as you can see, I'm looking back and forth in my notes, and I noted Portia's fashions. When they were getting ready, Portia was changing Pilar's, excuse me, she's PJ. She's affectionately known as PJ. She was changing PJ, and the dress that she was wearing, I tried to say, well, maybe it is, let's equate it to, okay, the new mom thing. You haven't really changed your wardrobe around, because like sometimes when you are a new mom, like your wardrobe is going to change. You don't have time for all of that Portia used to give. And those were she was always out and about, doing her thing. She always had a reason to get dressed up and wear what she would wear. But it's just like, and Portia's like one of my faves on the show are Portia and Eva. And so I hate to even have to say anything negative in her direction, but it's just like, it's so body central. Like, like when you used to go out, because, and I understand it, because my closet looked like that when I was in college, because all you doing is shopping for club clothes. So, it's just, girl, the club clothes, we not doing that. Let's not do the club clothes everywhere, all the time, every time we out and about, going anywhere. Like, the club clothes where was she going? Where was she going in that red dress with all of this cut out? Because it was the middle of the day and you changing PJ. So where was you going? I want my good sis to have something else other than club clothes. And I'm sure she does. Hopefully she does. Mark comes home and Cynthia is in a tizzy because she doesn't know, okay, well, do you want some breakfast? What to cook? She's kind of flustered about it, like she's put to the test and she has to live up to it, or like the big bad man is going to get upset. And it's like, you knew that man. First of all, she knew he was coming home, so why she didn't have no food in the house? And that's not even a wifely duty or nothing. Like, all y'all got to eat. He's going to be home. Like, everybody knows this. All men are going to want something to eat in the house. They're going to want to wake up and have some breakfast. And if you don't have nothing else, eggs got to be stopped. Eggs got to be stopped. But I still didn't like his attitude. I still didn't like his attitude towards her, because it was like, sir, you can get up and make your own breakfast. You can get up and go buy us some breakfast, or you can Uber Eats it, or whatever you got to do to get your breakfast here. But you're not going to come from me. Talking about it was what he say was a dorm room refrigerator. Well, you can put some money. You can go buy some groceries since you complaining. Acting like he a guest. That's your house too. Go buy some groceries then. You knew it wasn't no groceries in there too when you came home the night before. He want to get on camera and start showing his behind and being mean to her. I don't like it. And I don't go up for King, but I don't like his attitude. I don't like that damn Mark. I do not like Mark. Let me see. I want to wrap this up. He wasn't listening to her. She was talking to him and he was just doing his own little thing with Brooklyn. It was just so embarrassing. They get to Pride, and everybody, it was just Eva. Eva was in the room, putting together looks or whatever, and she gets a text from Cynthia, and Cynthia sent her a link of an interview that Nene had done. I don't know like how far in the past it had happened, but she sent her the link, and Eva was watching it, like we do, watching it, giving our little 2 cents. But Nene said some pretty, it was some pretty mean things towards Cynthia. And, of course, Eva had to immediately go to her room and, see about that, see what was up so they could talk about it. And they did. And Cynthia is a class act, of course. She didn't badmouth the lady. She might have threw a little light shade here and there. Nothing to diminish the woman or like defame her in any kind of way. And understandably, I understood her reaction to it all. You see your friend, somebody that was supposed to be your friend, just dragging you. You're gonna have a little something to say. So we don't, no harm, no foul with me. And so they, get dressed and get out there. They're on the float and they, give us this back and forth between Nene walking around, greeting the people, making her way up to the top of the float. Where Cynthia and Eva are. Cynthia, Eva, and Noelle. And Noelle's outfit, I was like, I would never go around my mama with my titties just, hey girl, I'm here. Titties and everything. I'm here, Sabrina. My mama would be like, girl, if you don't get somewhere and cover up. She tells me that today. I'm 31. And she still be, you got a little cleavage. I can see your breasts a little bit. And I'll be like, girl, yeah, you're supposed to see a little side boob. That's the point of this. For a little side boob. Mamas don't understand, and I won't understand either, because when my daughter gets of age, I'll be looking at her like, you need to put on a shirt. I would never be around my mama like that. Now, going down to New York Pride and you with your friends or whatever, your mama not gonna see you. Most girls are gonna do it. But right there in front of your mama, whew, that's some good parenting that Cynthia did, because that girl is comfortable AF. She is really comfortable. She just, blurts out, I want to, it's some girls at the school I'm looking to knock down. And I like to knock down boys too sometimes. And that's that on that, mommy. and we just got to accept it. That's Noelle. But that's how she's always been. And I've always been like, I don't like that girl's attitude. That tone, she always got a tone. She always got a tone, and I don't understand why she's always on. That's always what she giving. That's always what she giving. But I guess being on this show, she's ready. She's ready. On ready for you guys, for you trolls, for the people on the internet. So, girl, but you gotta relax. You gotta relax when you talking to your mama. You gotta relax. But that's where it ended out at. So I guess next week we're gonna see the big reunion between Cynthia and Nene, and I'm sure it's gonna be uneventful. They boost us all the way up just to let the air out the balloon. We be sitting there like, that's what we was waiting on. Nene to just get up there and walk past her. That's something that'll happen, and Bravo would boost it up just for that to happen, and we'd all be left upset like, dang, that was anticlimactic. But anyway, I will see you guys next week. This gonna be a weekly thing for me. I'm gonna try to pick up maybe one or two more other shows that I could review. But I hope you guys liked it. If you do, like, comment, and subscribe. The channel is Call Me Busby. And all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.